All right, you good.
All right. Hey, you guys, we back on the mic. It's hot. We're doing a little music video review for y'all. Megan Thee Stallion, Plan B official video. We got my co-host here, Kenny Kenyatta in the building, and my boy Michael Foster. Y'all know the vibes. We here bringing y'all a little late night little video review here. We're gonna talk about this Megan Thee Stallion Plan B music video that she just dropped. The bars is hot. You know, Megan Thee Stallion is one of the hottest female rappers in the game right now. So we about to peep this video, see what she's talking about, see what's going on. We've been hearing some rumors that there's some shots being thrown at Tory Lanez. So let's check the video out and see what's going on.
Oh wait, should I get like my Vaseline before we start the video?
Oh my God.
All right, fine, never mind. Go ahead, start the video. Damn.
Fuck you think you talking to, nigga? Fuck me, nah, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Dear fuck, nigga. Still can't believe I used to fuck with you. Poppin' playing B's, cause I ain't playing to be stuck with you. Damn, I see you still kick it with them op bitches. I'm the only reason that your goofy ass got bitches. All them hoes wanna look like me. Bitch, most likely. Only fucking you just to spite me. But please don't get it twisted, I ain't trippin'. I never put my faith in a nigga, bitch. I'ma die independent. If you was wondering, yeah, boy, I'm still that bitch. I had to block you, but you still gotta watch this shit. Cause who the fuck rocket like me? No bra, tight tee, slick back, ponytail, feeling like I'm iced tea. You know I suck it good, real hood when you wake up. You know her head weak if she ain't fucking up her makeup. Damn, I can't believe I used to let you fuck me. I'd rather be in jail before I broke me. Ladies, love yourself, cause this shit could get ugly. That's why as fuck niggas get money. And I don't give a fuck if that nigga leave tonight. Because nigga, that dick don't run me. You better get on your knees and eat this pussy right before I have another nigga do it for me. Because dick don't run me, I run dick, nigga. Yeah, you's a bitch. Mugler suit in my meeting. Wagyu steak when I'm eating. Making so much money, this nigga dumb if he cheating. Bitches watching and hating. Put that shit in their faces. I buy the whole building and keep them hoes in their places. He submerged in it like a baptism. He hit this water, then he coming back a real nigga. How you want a bitch, but don't wanna work? How you want a bitch that you don't deserve? I should've listened to my first mind and told your ass no the first time. Tried to spare this nigga feelings, now he think he hurting mine. Cheap. And I be at work while you sleep. My pussy is the most expensive meal you'll ever eat. Fuck you, still can't believe I used to trust you. The only accolade you ever made is that I fucked you a bitch. If you get the chance, I bet you snitch. You'll never get a chance to tell me come and pack my shit. Ladies, love yourself, cause this shit could get ugly. That's why as fuck niggas get money. And I don't give a fuck if that nigga leave tonight. Because nigga, that dick don't run me. You better get on your knees and eat this pussy right before I have another nigga do it for me. Because dick don't run me, I run dick, nigga. Yeah, you's a bitch. You's a bitch.
Hard. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. Whoa, what y'all think about that one right there? She had some bars though, not even lying though. She was spitting some heavy shit, but I definitely detected some
Was she hidden? Was she spitting shit? But did she say anything that we haven't heard before?
I mean, she didn't say anything that we haven't heard before, but her bars and her lyricism style was on point.
I mean, we know why it was on point. Well, more like we know who it was directed to. That's what you're really trying to say. We know who it was directed to.
It does sound like there were a couple of shots being thrown, especially when she mentioned something about the only accolade you ever got. But I don't think that was accurate what she was saying. It sounded a little cocky. But what about you, Ken?
See, I didn't take it as that. I took it as like that line in particular is the only accolade you ever had was me fucking you.
Right. Right.
So like I didn't necessarily think that was a cheap shot at no one in particular.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just think that is like a line that you say to a nigga. You know what I mean? Like I think that
it could go that way too. Like
I
I'm
don't think
basically
I
the
don't think
best
it
thing
was
you ever had.
directly. Yeah, I don't think it was exactly like the best I ever had. Right, right.
Right.
It could definitely be subliminally for someone in particular from her past, just like when Beyonce made the best I never had. You know what I mean? Like that was about her. You know what I mean?
Oh, Ken, you went out.
He's back.
Sorry, I think my. But it's like it. I think there's always something to draw inspiration from. We can't necessarily say that it was about somebody just because, or who it was about, just because it doesn't directly say that person. You know what I mean? If you want to call somebody out, or if you want to make a diss track,
right?
You know what I mean? Then you gonna say their name.
You either gonna say their name or you gonna or you gonna be very, very
or
specific.
It ain't gotta be their name, but you'll know definitively who they're talking about.
That's not always the case.
I don't know if y'all.
So.
I don't know if y'all.
If it's a diss track, then they make no. I mean, they don't mince who they're talking about specifically.
Well, it's a little. Well, it's a little different when the court system is involved as well. So.
Well, that's true, but also I don't know if y'all remember when Drake and Pusha T had their beef. Pusha T won in the battle, but he was very. I mean, it was no way you couldn't tell that he was talking about Drake. He never really said his name, but he used a lot of visuals. He said a lot of things that has happened in his career that only happened to Drake. He talked about his kid.
I mean, he talked about current events. That's how it's like, oh well, he's clearly like you don't have to say someone's name to know, like, oh, you're clearly talking about that nigga. Like,
but in the same instance, Kendrick Lamar, he got on this. I don't know if you guys remember this either. Big Sean had this big track called Control, and the beat was stupid fire. And Kendrick got on the beat. At first, it was supposed to be a collaboration. Shouldn't have did that to yourself, Big Sean. No offense. I like you, Big Sean, but you shouldn't have did that to yourself.
Hey, don't hate on my boy, Big Sean, like that.
He shouldn't have did. He shouldn't. Sorry, Detroit. But he shouldn't have did it to himself.
Went to school together.
I was gonna say, Ken, you gonna let her get away with that? You gonna let her get away with that?
No, I like Big Sean. Don't have me make a diss track on your ass, Christina, and B8.
I like Big Sean.
There's a lot of niggas out in Virginia that's fucking up.
Oh, look. I like Big Sean. He's talented and everything. But when he added Kendrick Lamar, that was Big Sean's song. It was called Control, if you guys want to look it up. He added Kendrick Lamar on that song. And only thing that people remember about that song is Kendrick Lamar, and it wasn't even his song. At the very end, he literally named every single rapper that he was trying to destroy. He even named Big Sean on his own song.
No, I remember that. No, he was just he wasn't specifically coming after anyone. That's all it was. That was just him saying, like, I'm the best rapper in the game.
Right. And like, I'm not saying that he was doing it in a malicious way. What I'm saying is whenever you're doing like a battle or you're doing some type of a beef with somebody, sometimes they name drop, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the time there's an illusion. You know what I mean? So they allude to, or what's the word? Infer, You know what I mean? Like there's a
Mhm.
way for you to be able to figure out specifically who they're
Who they're
talking
talking
about.
about. Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
That's true
In
too.
this particular case, I feel like she's talking about fuck niggas. You know what I mean? Like I think she's just talking about like no good, you know, and that could be anybody,
Or she could be
really.
talking about anybody that was no good in her own experiences, even if it was Tory Lanez, because she does mention I should have never let
Exactly.
you fuck me and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. I
And
think
he
I
fucked her
think
friend too.
We don't know that.
I think allegedly. I think
Allegedly.
if we didn't know anything about the situation with Tory Lanez and she came out with this song, it would have just been it would have just been a song about fuck niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, if that's the case, then like the song just would have been boring because it's like, well, this is just
I
my
don't think
opinion on.
so.
I think so. Like, well, it's just my opinion. Listen, Megan, she's talented. She's a good looking woman, but I personally feel like once you've seen one Megan Stallion video, you've seen them all. Like, I saw nothing different here from like her previous videos, shaking her ass, talking about how good a pussy is, and like I'm the best pussy you ever had. It's like, all
They
right,
all
like
rap about
what's
that. They all
yeah,
rap about
no, but like
It's
but
again,
there's certain female rappers that do it and they just do it for style. It's kind of like shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like I heard nothing new. Like there was just no flair to it, you know what I'm saying? Like when Little Kim did it, you know what I'm saying? And not even necessarily like just talking about like how good your pussy is or anything, like just diss rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like MC Light, Queen Latifah, you know, Remy Ma, you know what I'm saying? Like just real fucking female MCs. When they did that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like there was style to it. It's like, and then again, this is just me, but I just get tired of like when a female rapper just talks about how good her pussy is. It's like, all right, yes, I get it. You have the best pussy in the world. Like I'm never gonna have it ever again. All right, what else do you have?
that
Do you
is
have
true though.
anything else to offer other than telling me how good your pussy is?
That is true though. I think that's
I
just
think it's a little. I think the difference is that it's not so much that they're talking about specifically their own pussy. I think it's for female empowerment, right? So like it's for women who identify with this particular song to be able to say those lyrics and think the same about their own pussy, as opposed to
but
Meg just talk about hers. Because ain't nobody about to sing and be like, yeah, Meg's pussy is all that. You know what I
right, they
mean?
gonna
Like
talk about theirs. They gonna
they're
talk
talking
about
about
theirs.
But
they're
we
talking about
have but we
theirs
have
in particular.
multiple female rappers talk about their pussies. What are you talking about?
No,
Yeah,
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like
he's
there's
saying like that's what the point of the way them talking about their pussies is. So when we are rapping it and we singing their songs, we feel like they talking about us too. Like yeah, my pussy good enough to
I
eat. Da da
mean,
da
guys,
da.
that's sweet. That's adorable. That's really cute. That's really cute. But they're not talking about your pussy. They're talking about their pussy. They're
Yeah,
not
but
talking
that's
about
what they
all female pussy. They're talking
but
about how good my pussy is.
it's
right, but
adopting it's
Then
adopt it's adopting those lyrics, right? So
right,
it's you
right,
taking those lyrics and making them more about yourself as opposed to the person who's
right,
writing them.
singing it,
It
right.
or singing it, you know what I mean? It's more so about them being able to take those lyrics and being able to have the confidence within yourself, which is I feel like the song is about female empowerment more than
mm,
anything.
and if
And
that's
I
female empowerment for it, then I feel bad for our females in
right,
society. Jesus.
right,
Right, you right, you right, you right though.
there's
You right.
there's and I think that I don't think that there's too much wrong with trying to instill a little bit of like self confidence to a certain degree.
Yeah, a woman can have self confidence without slutting herself out. I
That's
don't
true.
think
I
you need to.
respect
I
that.
don't think you don't need to tell me how good your
It's not
pussy
so
is
much.
and how good your
It's not
sex
so much.
is to show female empowerment.
I
Because
was gonna
It's
say,
not
I
so
just feel
much
like
how would that
about.
if
video
that's
have
all
been
you
looked
got,
at?
then
How would
that's
that video
man.
have been looked at if she would have been dressed up like maybe in some real hip hop gear? She wasn't showing her ass. She wasn't bent over. I wonder if she would have still got as many views, as many positive responses about the video. If she would have just been kicking nothing but bars, maybe sitting on the stoop with her homegirls rapping, doing some old school kick it flavor without the ass and everything out. But that's also marketing, sex sells.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So like, she's not. This video had nothing to do with like women empowerment or like, oh yeah, the power's in your pussy. Like, no, she got. No. This is some real shit, y'all. Like, this is about like, I need to show my ass and my titties to sell. Cause sex sells. I mean, like, that's when people say like she's doing this for like women empowerment and all this stuff. Like, okay, you could take that, can be like your perception of it, you know, that's fine, that's very welcoming. But the truth is, she's shaking her ass and titties just like every other single Megan Thee Stallion video to sell.
What we're saying is, in this generation, that's how they look at it, as female empowerment.
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying in particular is I'm talking about the separate from the two. I'm talking about separate from the two. Like, even if she didn't come out with a video, we're talking about the song specifically by itself. The song and the video have nothing to do with each other, in my personal opinion. I feel like there's a stylistic visual of everything for the video, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with what she's saying, other than the visuals of it all and her just being in the video. You know what I mean? I think it's the focus. The focus on the song is what I feel is meant to be female empowerment. And what I'm saying is, because it's not that she's saying like fuck every man everywhere. I think in this particular respect, when I look at the lyrics, it was like she done dealt with some bullshit ass nigga, and this is what she has to say about it. You know what I mean? Or get beyond that. You know what I mean? Like,
you went out.
Yeah, you went out, Ken. You went out. Okay, now you're back.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like every time I touch this,
Yeah.
It's falling out.
Stop touching your goddamn ear.
Well, I be trying to push it back in. Because there's certain, like the chorus in particular, where she says, "Ladies, love yourself, because this shit could get ugly." That's why fuck niggas get money, right?
Right.
And I do understand that there's a problem with that, just because we have all of these situations where some women can be a little bit too independent, and they want to go out and try and get a nigga and stuff like that. Like, we talked about that in the past. You talked about that. But I'm thinking about when you put all of your energy into a nigga, you know what I mean? And you don't think about nothing else. I think that's what she's trying to work. That's what she's trying to speak to the antithesis of. You know what I mean? To the complete opposite side of that type of mentality, where everything isn't about the dude that, you know, like, you put too much energy into men sometimes, where you forget about yourself. You know,
that's what I feel like she was saying.
So like, your pussy ain't nothing until like the man is telling you that your pussy is something. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
But I think that's what she's trying to speak confidence into a little bit more when it comes to certain women who tend to
put all their energy into a man. Right.
Yeah,
they put all their energy into a man.
You know what I mean?
Or
that's where I'm thinking that
she puts all her energy into certain type of men. That's the problem.
But she's talking about specifically that there are men who are on fuck nigga shit, and she's saying fuck those niggas. You know, not necessarily the good ones. I feel like in every certain bars that she says, she's not necessarily talking about good niggas. She's talking about the stupid niggas.
She's talking about fuck boys.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
She needs to start making songs where she's talking about like, good men. Then it's like,
I
I
mean,
don't know. I mean, there's
I
the
do get
connection,
I do
why
get where
she's
you're coming from too, Michael, because I mean sometimes it does get a little bit like a little degrading towards the men when you have a lot of women coming out talking about fuck niggas, fuck y'all, it's get money. We don't even see y'all, just come and eat my pussy and be on your way. I don't even want to try to love you. I'm not doing nothing for you. You're gonna do everything for me, including giving me sex, including eating my pussy. And then when I'm done with you, then it's fuck you, nigga. Give me money, take me on trips, fuck me good, eat me good, and then be on your way. Like it can be a little bit degrading sometimes to the man. You know what I'm saying? So I can get Michael's perspective as well, but I can also get from Megan's perspective as well, because there are a lot of fuck niggas that will make you feel that energy that she's putting in that video. But it's almost like you're still the whole sexuality and the sexuality is like you're still gonna desire me. You're still gonna fiend for me. That's why I think they made it such a visual of sexuality. Because if a dude goes and watches the video without just hearing the song, but just goes and watches the video, he's not even gonna hear what she's saying in the lyrics. He's gonna be, it's marketing strategy. He's gonna be drawn into the visual and probably like the video, not even knowing that she's kind of pretty much degrading, saying some degrading things in a sense. So I can see two sides. One side, I can see where she's saying, okay, I've experienced some fuck niggas and this song is dedicated to them. And then there's another side where I can also see where men could be like, well, damn, she talking about, she should have never gave this one the pussy, and all she need these niggas, dick don't run her, she run dick, and she's giving a masculine energy, and she's talking about all I want you to do is come eat my pussy. If you don't, another nigga will do it for me. Some guys will find that as very masculine energy, toxic energy, very aggressive, all of that. So I think
Right.
it's just however you want to really look at it, to be honest.
In
you
all
know what I
honesty,
find.
the song is not marketed towards men.
Right,
Or it's straight men, I'll say. It's not
right.
marketed towards straight men. I
No,
don't
yeah, for
imagine
sure, yeah.
any straight man to ever be repeating or singing these lyrics,
Hell no.
you know what I mean, in a
They'll
car
go watch
or
that
in the
video though.
club, or
They'll go watch that video though.
they'll watch the video, right? Right.
I
But
mean,
it's
yeah, if we want to fucking jerk off, I
But
mean,
that's
it's
what I
like,
was saying. But that's
it's
what I
out
was
there.
saying. That was the marketing strategy. They got to get the guys they got to get the guys in too. So they're like, the guys are not going to be quoting this. Not the straight guys are not going to be quoting this. But if we over sexualize her, we'll get them numbers up with the video.
yeah, and but again, that's
I don't think
like,
it's only about that either. I don't think it's only about that, because I
Not
feel as
only,
though
I just said it's a
it'd be
marketing
more
strategy.
bitches in that video, or sorry, more women in that video. You know what I mean?
Right.
Than just Megan Thee Stallion. You know, I think it's more so about her feeling empowered in her sexuality, like, and then talking the shit that she's spitting. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's more so about her being incredibly confident about herself, and her being incredibly confident about herself will instill, and maybe it might rub off on some other women to be confident about themselves. You know
Yeah,
what
because
I
I
mean?
mean that little line that she said, where she said whatever she said about women. What she said again?
Well, I mean, she said a
was it
lot.
about how bad her pussy was,
No,
or
she
how?
said what she said. Women is fuck these something. What she say? I forget what she said at the very end. At the very end, when she was kind of like she was mirroring something and she was talking. What did she
Well,
say?
Shit.
She
I'm
was like,
sorry. I
ladies,
was.
fuck these niggas, get money. You just read it, Kenyatta.
yeah, ladies, love yourself, because this shit
Ladies,
can get
love
ugly. That's
yourself.
why fuck niggas get money.
Right. So
Yeah, I just.
in that sense, that's the delivery towards the women, to feel empowered, to feel sexy, to feel dominant, because that's the message that they're pushing now. I'm about to say pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing now to the modern woman is to be dominant, to be comfortable in your sexuality, to not let a man tell you that if a man is like the guy from Mediocre Tutorial said, if a man is telling you that he doesn't like the way that you are, the way that you're being sexually free, then he's trying to control you, or he's this, that, and so in that song, I think she's trying to say, fuck niggas, fuck what they talking about, fuck what they tell you, be a woman, be as sexually as you want to be as dominant, be as independent as you want to be. That's the message that they're giving. That's the message that they're delivering. So you'll have females rapping and singing that song and really wholeheartedly believing it's on some fuck niggas.
And this is why society, when it comes to women, is the way that it is right now. That's the problem, because they listen to music they listen to trash like this, and they take that shit so fucking seriously.
Yeah.
And that's what
you gotta learn how to differentiate the music from real life.
Yeah, but like when you have adolescent kids, you know what I'm saying, listen to shit like that, they can't tell the difference from what's fake and what's reality. You know what I'm saying? Like they think this music video was real.
Yeah,
that's up to the parents, I think.
I was just about to say that. That's when the parents got to jump in.
That's true too.
Up to the parents.
That's true too.
There's certain stuff like that where they jump in and then they start talking about it's the same thing as it's not the same thing, not by no means, but when a father is reinstilling in his young daughter to love themselves, right? So the intent is still there, you know what I mean? The sense of trying to empower, I think. And I don't think that she's talking about all niggas, because she's calling
I don't think she is either.
She's calling out specific niggas, fuck shit niggas, fuck boys. You know what I mean? There's a point where she said, this nigga dumb if he's cheating. You know what I mean? What was the other one where she said, dear fuck niggas, still can't believe I used to fuck with you.
Right.
She's talking about specific types. Run around dudes who ain't got who just trying to fuck and won't tell you.
Disrespectful.
Who will mislead you. You know what I mean? So I think over time, and it's been a long time, where a lot of women have felt as though they will do everything and anything for the man, even if they get cheated on, even if they get fucked over in some way. You know what I mean? Still giving them the pass because they're afraid to go out there and find a new dude. You know what I mean?
Very
or
true.
Start something new or step back into the dating world. So they'll deal with the fuck shit. And what she's saying, specifically from what I'm hearing, is she's saying, have faith in your own pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For real, though.
Have faith in your own. Have confidence in yourself. And fuck them.
Right. Them. Not all.
Not these good dudes.
Right.
Because she's not saying all niggas.
Yeah.
I think she's talking about, she's specifically laying out who she's talking about.
Right.
And it's about, I think it's more so about if a woman adopts these lyrics, what it'll do for them saying it. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of lyrics in certain songs where we don't do none of that shit, right?
Right.
24 karat magic, I ain't never had 24 karat nothing. You know what I mean? But singing that, it makes you feel empowered, right?
Yeah, or some gangster shit. I ain't never been a gangster.
I ain't never been a gangster, but I'll rap some shit. You know what I mean? I'll play around or
hell yeah.
Whatever.
You be fake throwing up gang signs.
It's the feeling that you have, not so much truly believing that all niggas are bullshit, or truly believing in the literal of the lyrics.
That's what I was gonna say. And this is where you have to learn to differentiate entertainment
Yeah.
From real life. You at where people go wrong, and ladies, where y'all go wrong is you can be in your room feeling this way, you can be in the whip feeling this way, but this is not something that you literally take in if you're trying to be in a relationship or if you're trying to get married. You ain't gonna get this type of vibe.
Or if you are, I feel like it's understanding what type of relationship you're in and who you're dating, right?
Now that's
So,
true
like,
too. Because like if you're
because
having fun with it and
sometimes
you
you're
know
not
it's just
aware.
entertainment, if you're having fun with it and you know it's just entertainment and you're just going along with it, you're just having a good time, you're not taking the message literally like, yeah. Next day you just like on some, I hate, oh man, fuck them all. Yeah, you're taking the message too literal. That's when it goes wrong. Because there's
Like,
a lot of songs.
Don't fuck your good shit up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Don't be in a situation you be like, well, fuck you, nigga. Well, I just made verses, girl.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
because Megan Thee Stallion that got you turned up. Now you telling your man, fuck you.
right. You know what I mean? Like, there was this one video where, oh girl, it's Chiclet and Millennia. They're two comedians and they're in a relationship and they can be incredibly toxic with each other.
Are they Latino?
But yeah.
Yeah.
The very first video I ever saw of them, she was in the club and Cardi B came on and she kept hitting the nigga in the chest. She's like talking to him in his face, you know what I mean?
I remember that video. They are funny. They are fucking hilarious.
I think it's more so about the empowerment that she was feeling saying those lyrics. She didn't believe everything.
Right.
But it was the way that it made her feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're in the club, and for some women, sometimes compared to all of the rap music that is out, there's not a lot of female rappers or rap songs that come out. It is now. You know what I mean? But there was a time when you had to wait for Queen Latifah or MC Light or Da Brat to come on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like that's what is happening, is that she's trying to give women, you know, like they don't always have to feel as though that they have to sing the man's lyrics all the time.
Right.
I think what she's giving them is a voice to a certain degree. You know what I mean? And it's not so much literally about what she's saying. I think it's more so about feeling empowered and being able to say those things. You know what I mean? Like sometimes sometimes the words just make you feel empowered as opposed to you actually truly like adopting that type of mentality. Not to say that it couldn't go wrong. Sometimes keeping it real can definitely go wrong, right?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? But I feel as though that wasn't necessarily the intent that she pushed out there for. I don't think she wants all women everywhere to like fuck every man everywhere.
Yeah, and especially not if you got a good one. If you got a good one, that song is not dedicated to you.
I mean, my problem is like I'm not even worried about like how this song is about fuck dudes and fuck men nature. Like I don't even care about all that. I'm just worried about the younger generation of women that listen to this trash. And regardless, you know, I mean, yeah, in a way, it is going to be up to them to like take it seriously or not. But it's like I feel like as an entertainer, it's also Megan's responsibility, you know what I'm saying? Because whether she likes it or not, you know what I'm saying, she is an influencer. Little girls do look up to her and they will take what she has to say seriously. And like
no little girl should be listening to Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, but they shouldn't, but we all know they do. if you want to blame it on parenting or whatever, like let's not beat around the bush. We know little fucking kids. Like I have like a little nephew who's there's like
That is
certain
true.
situations where like
That
there's
is
certain
true.
situations why she's listening to this shit, but like I was listening to Gladys Knight, and she was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Girl, this is Gladys Knight. You don't know nothing about this." I was like, "What type of music you listen to?" Let me guess. Guess who she named?
Cardi
Just
B.
guess. Yeah,
Cardi
exactly.
B.
Cardi B,
A lot of kids
Nicki
know Cardi B.
Minaj.
Right.
Like all these like just these female rappers who like whether you want to call it female empowerment or not, just rap about the same goddamn thing, man. And it's like I just don't look at this as female empowerment. I just look at this as females degrading themselves. When Queen Latifah came out with that song UNITY back in the 90s,
Yeah.
that was women empowerment. When she came out with Ladies First, that was women empowerment.
That was
You can
women
go back
empowerment.
and listen to all these songs, and not one of them had a bar where they said, or they talked about how good my pussy was. They didn't need to use their pussy to talk about women's strength and women empowerment.
That is true.
But it's like these female rappers now, that's all they rely on. It's like, and that's all you have to offer. Like you're not valuing yourself, you're devaluing yourself.
But you know what?
But again, that's my opinion. So,
but you know what I think
Yeah,
too? I think that certain female rappers opened the doors to that. Because once like the little Kims got in the game, the Foxy Browns, the ones that started talking. Because remember now, Lil Kim was really one of the first female rappers to get real sexual and talk dirty like a dude. Nobody had really heard that kind of a style come from a female. Lil Kim kind of laid the layout for that.
There are some female R&B singers who were a little bit more subliminal with what they were saying.
Right. Yeah.
There were some Brazilian women singers who were downright dirty.
Yeah, I mean, we had singers back in the 40s and 50s, Billie Holiday, you know what I'm saying? Like subliminally, she would say some nasty shit, like woo.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about subliminal. I'm talking about direct. I said the first female.
No, yeah. But that's I mean, but that's
there are certain songs that are like when you talk about certain things like Juicy Fruit, when you start talking about certain other songs where they called their pussy one thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't that they weren't talking about it. You know what I mean? It was that they were a little bit more slick with it because it wouldn't necessarily go over the airwaves.
Right? Of course.
Yeah.
Back then you couldn't talk like that on the radio and stuff like that.
Back then you couldn't talk like that. Not to say that it wasn't talked about.
Wow, you had to be subliminal. You had to be subliminal.
Women sold sex have been selling
always.
So this is
Marilyn Monroe was like the queen of it, pretty much.
I mean, well,
and then on top of that, it goes to the same point of how all of these Republicans are blaming music and video games for the things that people do. Right.
To a certain extent, though, it's kind of true. Not fully, but to a small percentage of like influences does come from video games and music. Yeah. I'm inspired by music. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't like make me want to get up and like do bodily harm to somebody, but like everyone's different.
That's where I think the difference is. I think certain things, I think it's more so within the person,
right?
And then it gives them license to do bullshit that they always wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like they were gonna do it regardless of if Megan Thee Stallion told them that they were gonna do it, or if GTA was gonna tell them that they were gonna do it, or Call of Duty. Like
Call of Duty.
You know what I mean? Like for me in particular, I know how my mind works, right? So like, and I'm not saying that every mind works like my mind, right? But what I'm saying is, by no means has music or um, uh, video games have ever motivated me to do something that was against my morals or my beliefs or who
Me
I
too.
am.
Me
You know what
too.
I mean?
Me
So like
too. Some
if
people
I
are
don't
not easily
vibe with it,
influenced and some are.
right?
A
And
little,
and and that's what you have to attest to is it's a little bit more about the for me it's a little bit
The
more about the
person.
upbringing.
Oh,
It's a little bit more about the upbringing and how they feel about themselves, that they feel as though that they need to they need something to warrant doing fuck shit. You know what I mean?
right, right.
Or some stupid stuff that they always wanted to do because this person said it. Oh, now I can do it. Or you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, that's not necessarily what it's about. I think if and it's going back again to upbringing. I think if we have people who is instilling this confidence in the person, then they won't be so easily swayed by something as
Mhm.
small as a song or
And that's where it
um
comes from the parents. You got to instill that level of confidence. You got to talk to your kids so they're not getting so much influence from the music and video games and all that other stuff.
hey, but what
Really,
if
more so the
hey,
music.
hey, but what if their parents were also like had that shit installed in them by watching music videos and shit
That's what
like
I'm
that?
saying.
it's the
Then they're
parents'
gonna pass that
fault.
on to their fucking
You
kids.
got it. You got to.
No,
You
it's the
got to
parents.
come out. I mean,
That's the
that's
thing. It's the
true.
parents' fault. You know what I mean?
That's
It's one
true.
of those things where you have to, as a parent, be aware of
But
certain things like this. So
awareness.
when when your child is of age and they're going out there and they're being in school, you know that they're dealing with this shit, and you know that they may be exposed to it. So you have that conversation. Is
Yeah, that's what.
we can't we can't be timid about these types of conversations because they're going to figure it out
Yeah,
somewhere
one way
beyond
or another.
one
Exactly.
way or
And
another.
you don't
So
want them
Yeah.
to go to the internet. You don't want them to go to their friends. You want
no,
that's
you
where
need
people
to
get messed up.
know this shit about Meg the Stallion
Right.
so you can be able to say like Meg the Stallion wasn't saying fuck all niggas. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like and it doesn't have to be that blatant and it doesn't have
Right.
to be that um uh harsh or you know what I mean? But I feel like we're so afraid of having these conversations with kids, but these kids are going to be exposed to it because internet is everywhere, cell phones are everywhere, laptop, computers, everything. They're going to be exposed to it, and
And
so
I
you
think
want to be able to speak to it.
right. And I think parents also they also need to let their kids know, like it's really a lot of this stuff is literally for entertainment purposes. Like
Yeah.
you cannot dive so deep with these celebrities because even though Cardi B said in that song she don't cook, she don't clean. Did y'all see when Offset put her on blast and she was like in the bathroom and she was cleaning up and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell your fans that you cook and clean around here."
Or my favorite one, Beyonce's to the left, and then she found out that Jay-Z cheated on her, and she still
Oh,
stayed with her ass. She still stayed with his ass. Like, yeah, look at all y'all Beehive fans. Y'all look dumb right now.
yeah, and all the
Beyonce
single
don't cook.
ladies, all the single
Beyonce don't cook
ladies.
shit.
Huh?
Beyonce don't cook shit. She don't cook nothing. She
Now
don't do
Beyonce
house
don't
No,
cook
chores.
no, no, no,
shit.
no, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like, hey, she in her songs, she was talking about you must not know about me. You
Yeah,
must not know about me. I could have another man in a minute if she like catches her man cheating on him. What did Jay-Z
Right.
do? Cheated on her ass. What did she do? Stay with his ass.
yeah, of course.
That was that was that
You know what I
was
mean? Yeah,
single
defend
and
it.
relationship woman type shit. And then when he cheated on her, they were in a marriage.
Right.
And I feel
Oh,
like
I'm sorry. What's the goddamn difference?
You're
the
not
difference
leaving that
is
easily in a marriage.
Shit. Have you looked at our divorce rate in America?
well
True.
now because social media is everywhere and your next option is so easily ready. You know what
Let
I
me
mean?
tell you something too. I think the reason why a lot of people are getting divorced, they have too much access to shit.
Yes, that's
Going
what I
through
mean.
people's phones, like what Kim was saying, back in the day, Mima didn't have Facebook, Instagram, all these little different apps to go and check on Papa to see who he cheating with. If Papa was cheating, you just better not bring the bitch to my house. And that was just that.
No, back then the bitch was across the street. Your kids was going
Next
to the
door to the left or to the
you know
right.
what I mean? Like,
Which is
yes.
true, but even then, if Mima knew about it, it was like, look, just don't bring the bitch in my face.
Yeah, exactly. Or you know, like you watch certain things like Fences, right? And you saw that whole situation with Viola Davis's character and Denzel Washington and how she was ready to raise his child. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't her child. You know, that back in the day, they stayed beyond, and it created all of these problems with the next generation, and then it just creates even more problems with the generation after that. It trickles down.
It's a trickle down effect.
But yeah, it's going to happen. I think in that particular respect, what you're talking about, Mike, is that Beyonce was very much trying to instill empowerment within herself and ladies everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that's what Beyonce do. That's what she's
Which was
known
true,
for.
but there was misrepresentation. All right, because the message that she was sending out to women is like, ladies, if your man cheats, have his shit to the left, throw out his shit to the left, and make sure that you have your backing man coming here in a minute. But she did not practice what the fuck she preached. And that ring shit means absolutely nothing because people get a divorce within weeks. All right. Our divorce rate is up in this country. So stop it.
That ring, her tune changed.
I'm sorry. That ring what?
That ring, her tune changed. Her mindset changed when it came to marriage.
Right.
Like initially, she didn't have no ring, so yeah, it was like nigga to the left. You know what I mean? Like on to the next. But when you have a child with someone, when you have children with someone,
that doesn't stop divorces from happening.
I'm not saying that stops some divorces from happening.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them from happening.
Yes, a lot of women that will stay in a marriage miserable as hell for the kids. Yes. For the
kids.
Yeah, and you know, agreed. And there's some women that will get a divorce just because they don't like you no more.
Exactly.
And they have kids, so you know.
Exactly. But I'm talking about that particular situation. I think she's in a different mindset because she was only in boyfriend shit, but now she's talking about husband shit, and the husband shit is completely different. Her mindset changed. That's why she came out with a whole 2-part visual album, everything. Because
and let me tell you guys.
Wait, but before we continue, so you guys are saying that because of the sacred tradition of marriage. So if a guy cheats on you, it's different when you're married than when you have a boyfriend.
No, it's not different.
I mean, technically, that's what y'all just said.
Actually, hold on, wait. Actually, it is different because when you get married, you are actually committing something. When you get married, you say those vows under God. It's a union between you and one other person. So then it no longer becomes cheating. It becomes adultery. And by law, if your wife finds out that you've committed adultery and that's the reason for your divorce, you know that she can legally take all your shit and vice versa. So when you get married, that is a contract that you sign with you, your partner, and the government. So that's the difference.
That's broken all the time, though.
I know that, but I'm just saying there's rules. If you're in a relationship and somebody cheats, you can just bounce. Whereas in a marriage, now you got to take them to court. Now you got to pay for a divorce. Now you got to figure out who's going to get what. If there's kids involved, now you got to do the whole family court thing, figure out who's going to have joint custody, who the kids going to live with. It's way more dynamics when you're married.
Oh no. And I know I agree with you 100%. There's more dynamics and there's more like loopholes and like things that you have to go through, but it still happens though.
Yeah,
that doesn't stop it from happening.
We're not denying that. We're just trying to tell you the difference.
You're talking about Beyonce's experience for herself. You know what I mean? And I saw two different women. I see two completely different women.
I didn't saw the same woman.
Who she was and her mindset back then is completely different from
where she is now. Completely.
As a mother, she's different as when she was single
Beyonce.
You know what I mean? Like she's a completely different person, I feel like, and we all are sometimes when you step into a marriage, and then on top of that, you have to think about when that situation happened within her marriage, right? So like she had put in years, they had Blue Ivy, like all of that, but when you're talking about in terms of irreplaceable to the left, she could have been with that nigga for a month. You know what I mean?
But she wasn't with that nigga for a month.
Well, first of all, that song, Beyonce ain't even write. She didn't even write that song. Second of all, that song was. Let me tell you why the song was such a big hit. It was written by Neo, and at the time, Neo was writing female empowerment songs, Miss Independent, all them songs, because it was what was being marketed at the time. So it ain't even have to personally do with Beyonce. Beyonce is a market for female empowerment.
Yes.
So they passed the song along to her and knew it would take off.
Yes, agreed.
So Beyonce should be ashamed of herself for false advertising.
Baby. It's business, baby. It's business. It's what Jay-Z saying. It's only entertainment.
A lot of money.
Very true.
A lot of money, and then a lot of women were saying to the left.
Exactly.
And a lot of women didn't go anywhere apparently. So.
And look, but this is the funny part. Hold on, you blaming Beyonce, but Beyonce ain't even write it. A man wrote it.
Y'all, chill the fuck out. God damn, I'm not saying. Y'all taking this too seriously. Shit, my bad, Beehive. Fuck, I'm stepping back.
Listen.
You're not gonna discredit us by saying all of that.
No. I'm just simply trying to zoom it on in. You said we're talking about female empowerment, but what a lot of people don't know, a lot of these men backing these four-fronted women who sing the songs of female empowerment, because of course a woman is going to listen to a woman singing about female empowerment. But majority of these songs are written by men because they know that type of music is going to market to women and it's going to sell. Ty Dolla $ign has a song called "You Don't Need No Man, You Can Do It By Yourself."
Gloria Gaynor said, "I will survive."
Right.
She said, "I'm leaving. Get your shit and go."
Right.
I will survive regardless with or without you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that took off. Why? Right. Because it's a great disco record, but it's also because people love singing it. Mm-hmm. And women love feeling empowered. By singing it.
Yep.
It's about the empowerment. Music is more than anything for people to relate. Whether you agree fully with every single lyric or not is more so about how it makes you feel.
You didn't listen. Did y'all listen to the damn Kendrick Lamar song that I sent you?
Yeah.
Did you listen to it, Michael?
No.
Savior. You gotta listen to.
That's the song where you're talking about, like, pretty much how fans like look up to celebrities,
Well,
you know,
that,
like at
yeah, that too. But he even says in the very beginning of the song, J. Cole made you feel empowered, but he is not your savior.
right.
You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
That goes back to certain artists saying me telling my story is not meant to be a role model for people everywhere.
Right.
It's more so about
relatable.
having relatability.
Mm-hmm.
The song itself, I may not identify with the whole album, but maybe that one song I agree with and I rock with, and you know what I mean? Like the message of that song and the intention of that song is right. Or it's helping me get through whatever the fuck I'm going through right now. Maybe I'm going through a breakup. Maybe I'm going through is whatever situation, and nine times out of 10, women are going through some fuck shit with some dude.
Oh, with some dude.
and so it's meant to get them through that and feel better and more positive about themselves, as opposed to being broken down.
Right.
And
then what they do?
Lost this no good nigga.
Then what they do when that song makes them feel that way? What they go do? They downloading it. They buying the album. It's all
singing it constantly, or feeling it from here, singing it to the, singing it to the, because it makes them feel beyond the negativity of the situation that they were once in.
And sometimes now we saying with this Megan Thee Stallion Plan B music video, sometimes the delivery can be a little overly sexualized when you watch the videos and stuff like that. That's why I say you got to be able to differentiate from the entertainment aspect and then to what's being said. And like Michael was saying, adolescently, this is where the parents have to come in and navigate what their children are seeing. Because me as an adult, I can depict what Megan Thee Stallion is really the core of what she's trying to say in that song. And I can really overlook the sexual stuff. Right. But somebody who's younger than me, or a 17-year-old chick, 16-year-old, she might literally take what she's saying as a literal message and own it to the core. That's where the mom got to come in and say, no, listen, baby. And what Megan Thee Stallion is doing is for entertainment purposes. Now, what you can take from this song is be a strong woman. Don't let a man take advantage of you, blah, 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 blah. That's when the parents come in. But you already know how that goes.
Kids watching anything that is inherently adult and beyond what they know, because they haven't experienced a whole lot, are going to take it wrong.
Right.
They're just going to.
Because they don't know no better.
Because they haven't dealt with fuckboy shit.
Right.
Or they haven't, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to act as though they understand what's going on.
No, but they don't.
They don't truly know. You know,
because they haven't experienced it. They haven't experienced.
Right, exactly. And so it's not necessarily marketed towards those young kids who don't know no better. It's more so about the people who identify with what she's talking about.
Yeah, but that's who it's marketed towards, and that's the biggest consumers, like the young little girls. So that's the problem.
And I do agree with you as far as the sexual.
The young little girls are like the biggest consumers when it comes to like the ratchet type music. Like they're the ones that like buy up those songs. So.
And I think it's more so about the predominantly the women in Megan's age group, right? Mm-hmm. So like, because these young kids are exposed to these things, are we faulting Megan because of that? Because they've been exposed, right?
She's the one making the music.
Are we making it? Yeah, but
she doesn't have to. No, yeah, but she doesn't have to make that music.
But there's a whole lot of things on television and things of that nature. There's a lot of things that.
So why contribute to it then?
Why contribute to it? Because
Yeah, why? If there's a whole bunch of negative shit that's already out there, then like why contribute
Video
more
games are
negative
negative.
shit?
that's
Video
her
games are
talent. That's what
negative.
Not all video games are negative.
Shooting, okay, but shooting games.
that's her talent, and that's what she's called to do. You can't, you know what I mean? Like, if she, I mean, she's
So her talent is just to rap about how good her pussy is and like how fat her ass is all the time.
That is, unfortunately, that's what it is.
Well, that's sad then. I mean,
it's sad, but that's what it is.
yeah, she's no different from like a dude rapping about how the next nigga he's gonna kill or the next person. Like, there's this.
You're right.
Like if that's all you have to offer.
But that's
then,
the world we coming up in. So
yeah,
it has to be your choice to either divulge in it or not.
Yeah, but I'm just simply saying, like, yeah, if that's all you have to offer, then like you're trash. That's why I think like I don't consider her a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like she has good twerk music.
But see, if you've only heard now, before Megan Thee Stallion really blew up, she can spit now. She can spit. And then she's had some bars where she was going against dudes and things like that, and she was doing her thing. And she wasn't just talking about her pussy. It seems like when they get to a certain status, women are marketed that way. You need to be more sexualized. You need to talk more about sex. If y'all watched the Notorious movie, if y'all watched the Notorious movie, when Lil' Kim, there was a scene in there after her and Biggie stopped, after they got finished having sex, and she was telling him how what she wanted to wear at the next show, and she had that blouse on with the suspenders, and he was like, "Take the blouse off." And she took the blouse off, and it was just the boobs, and the suspenders was going over her nipples, and she had her boobs out and everything else. And she spit bars to him before she got naked. And he told her, "Take the clothes off, and then you'll be more of a star." So a lot of the times these women are being marketed that way to make revenue.
Not always. And I think it's up to the artist sometimes where they can easily say no. They can easily
but they're
say,
and then most of the time they're not gonna make no, they're not gonna get to the status that they want to get to.
But that's their choice.
It depends,
and that's their choice, but I'm just telling you that's how it goes.
But it doesn't have to go that way.
I know it don't have to go that way, but I'm just telling you, for the women that are overly sexualized, they are being marketed to be that way. Like Nicki Minaj. Her in her contract was for her to wear all these wigs, get the titties, get the fat ass. That was part of her character. So some of them are marketed that way. You're right. You do not have to do that shit. But think about the ones that don't do it. How big are they?
Agreed. Yeah.
No, I agree with you 100%. Like, there's a bunch of like black female artists out there, you know what I'm saying, that don't get. Yeah, they got bars for days and they don't get the shine nowhere near the Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. And I respect, I have way more respect for them. Like, I don't know. Like they're not selling out.
I agree with you.
They're not selling out. They're not holding themselves out like just to get a quick buck.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I also think that your demographic is not what they're trying to do. You please. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
As a straight male, a lot of the time they are not trying to win your demographic when they're seeking female empowerment. You know what I mean? Like, you're not necessarily going to vibe with what she's talking about.
The word.
It's in the antithesis of what she's talking.
Wait, you talking about what they're like rapping about as far as like female empowerment? Like, you saying I'm not going to get it, or
not that you're not going to get it. You're going to vibe with it.
Yeah, you're not gonna be sitting there rapping that song. You
talking about this? What I mean, well, I rap Queen Latifah shit, you know, like I rap old school shit. But wait, are you talking about like me as a man, or are you talking about like
you as a man?
Oh well, no, well, that's not even really my argument point. I'm not talking about like selling that shit to me as a man. I'm talking about like selling that to other women. Like, how come they're not, repping that? Why are they choosing ass, titties, and big booty bitches over UNITY?
Because it's more so about how it makes them feel.
Mhm.
It's
And
more so
that's
It's a
about
sad,
Italian.
man. That's sad
it's
to me.
more so about how it makes them feel. Where it makes them feel, if it makes them feel a little bit more empowered, then that's you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
You went out. Okay, you're back. You're back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But that's the intent for it. You know what I mean? Like it's not so much about like you agreeing
right,
with them being empowered. It's
right.
more so about them being empowered.
They don't care if we agree or not. They still gonna show ass and titties. And guess
I'm just
what?
saying, like, I just think that's sad. Like, if
It
that's
is
you
sad.
consider that empowerment, I mean, it's okay. Hey, your choice, but okay.
It is sad. It is sad that that's how it has to be. But unfortunately, in this entertainment industry, it's a lot of dark things. You either gotta choose, pick and choose. If you want to get the superstardom status as a woman, you gotta get naked. If you don't necessarily get naked, you better be real motherfucking good at what you do.
I don't know. I mean,
So
because
much
I do
about
believe there's some truth to that, but it's like, why is it that other artists back in the day they were able to make it, without shaking their ass or whatnot? But
Because some
like
of them real
Missy
talented.
Elliott, Queen Latifah,
Yeah. But
MC
Missy
Light.
Elliott, we can't even
and then,
compare
and then on
Missy
top of
Elliott to
that,
Megan.
and then
Why
on top of
not?
that, Missy Elliott and Queen Latifah were already looked at because they were one of a kind.
Wait, hold
They
on,
were
time out. He want to compare Megan Thee Stallion and Missy Elliott.
Yeah. What's the comparison that we're talking
What do you
about? We're
mean?
talking
You
about
can't.
sales or music
No,
quality.
no.
no,
You
it's
can
more
never
so about
compare Missy Elliott to Megan Thee Stallion.
it's.
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion is beneath.
Oh, okay. No. Well, no. Well, no. That's what I'm saying.
I was about to say, bro, you tripping.
Christina, you just heard me for like the past, like what, 20, 40 minutes, like not trashing on Megan Thee Stallion, but just saying like, I don't think her type of music is empowering to Black women. Like, no, there's no fucking way. No, we're on the same page. No, not at all. My bad. I ain't mean to get you hyped up.
No, you good.
Well, no, Missy Elliott did the exact same thing. She made a song about 2 Minute Men. She made a song about,
Oh, yeah,
what I mean?
she
Like,
sure did.
Yeah, but that's
was
just
it.
one song out of like a whole catalog of different shit that she did, though.
no, there's multiple songs where Missy Elliott talked about
Oh, she do. Actually, I know
Yeah,
one
but
song that where she say,
work it, flip it and
she
let
talk
me
about her
work it.
poon poom poom.
The song with the where the trunk of an elephant is being, in place of the word dick. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
let me,
that
you
too.
know what I
Yes.
mean? Like the sound of an elephant. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
but
she talks directly about sex and
She does.
empowerment
She does.
just as well. All rap artists do. They just have their own way
Own
of
way.
doing it.
That's true. Remember
If
Tweet?
she
Ooh,
wouldn't be,
and my son touching myself. Oh my. Whatever
yes,
that
she
song.
wouldn't be
And Misty
big.
wrote that.
yeah,
It's more so about women and having confidence within your own skin and your own pussy.
And didn't Tweet say that's what that song was about? And everybody said she was talking about masturbating. And she was like, no, it's really about feeling good as a woman about yourself and feeling empowered. Y'all remember?
yeah, and not one time during those lyrics did the word pussy come out.
Yeah, but
It
it did
doesn't
sound like
have.
she
It
was
doesn't
talking
have to.
about
She
masturbating.
wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah, but we had to decode that
You know what I
shit though.
mean?
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like,
No,
oh
we
shit,
did.
hold on. Like,
We
there
did.
goes my
We
shirt
did.
above my head.
We
Oh
did.
my. Why is she saying oh my? Why is she
like we know, we knew.
saying It took me a minute to find out.
There goes my skirt. There goes my everything. Like she taking her
Right.
clothes off because she
Hey,
got
wait. What year did that song come out?
2000, early 2000s.
New millennium, early millennium.
I don't know. Maybe it was just me because like it took me a fucking minute. I don't know. Maybe because I was so cute and innocent back then. But I had to I had to decode that shit, man. Like, why is she saying oh my? Like, where is this oh my coming from? And then when some girl finally told me like, you dumbass, she's talking about fingering herself.
There's a lot of songs. There's a lot of songs.
Oh, that's what she was talking about for real?
Yeah, masturbation.
Okay, she was talking about masturbation. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we have actually done this review for about an hour.
Oh yeah. Damn, we should
So,
probably.
Yeah, so that was great though, you guys. Great review on Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, the Plan B music video. Still, you know what I'm saying? She's doing her thing out here. Her numbers was way up on that video. Y'all all know why.
Oh yeah, we know why.
I'll be real with you. Nowadays, men and women want to see some ass. So, with that being said, this is the Mic is Hot coming back to you guys with a music video review. We'll be bringing you guys some more reviews, some movie reviews, some TV show reviews. Just stay tuned, and probably some lyric reviews, maybe decoding some lyrics, talking about the meaning behind lyrics, more music videos. It's been a pleasure, you guys. Tune back in with us on Thursday. You know we go live on the Mic is Hot Instagram Live podcast show. And much love to you guys.
Hit that like button. Hit that
like
subscribe button. Follow us.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Follow us, baby. Please. Just follow us, baby. God damn it. Please. I'll do anything, baby. Suck your dick. Please.
Okay.
All right. Peace and love, you guys. And we out.
Was that a bit?